the scheduled event?
Yes. Public view. See, this is actually doing. This camera should be broadcasting and facing the cat right now.
Oh, cat! You're on
Yeah,
camera.
you guys are talk to the camera for a moment.
Hi, you want to show them how you eat treats?
Cat.
Yeah, let's get you some treats. Come on. Come here. This is Kiki, and today she's going to show you how she eats treats. That should be exciting. Exciting for the cat, anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Oh, that's so cute. I wish I could see your face when you switch your eyes.
Oh, put it up here closer to the camera.
Let's see if we can do that. Come here, Kiki. Kiki. Come on.
Think. I'm seeing lots of buffering. Let's see if we have the camera. Hi. Yes, I think the Evo and this one should be fine. What's the deal about the drone? Yeah, the drone is doing good. Hey, right? Okay. So, can you hear me? And what? Why aren't we? Why is it just seeing the cat?
So where would I see three cameras?
Oh, the viewers can change the camera. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Wow. Fascinating.
Oh, I don't see it. Let me log in as our
Okay. Cat cam is solid. Mevo. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. I didn't realize that the viewers control the camera angle and not just us.
Oh, more. See, I was logged in as me. I couldn't even see that. So now I'm logged in as mobile internet.
Okay. Okay, so we have cat cam, we have Mevo. Put the Mevo on autopilot just because, you know, hey, why not? Find faces. Okay. So, yeah, so I could actually go make the drone fly and see how this broadcasts. Kiki's got one camera on her, and sure, if you want to sit here with the Mevo in the chat box, you can be there.
How do you change cameras? I am still trying to figure this out myself.
There's a little button at the bottom of
Yeah, I
YouTube
see that,
says
but mine's just spinning.
working here if you want to switch over. I'll go put the drone in the air to be above us, or looking in the window or something. Oh, drone camera. Easier to launch the drone. Back. There's Shri. Say hi to the drone.
Hi, drone.
You've got it over on your computer too, Rob.
Okay. we've got 3 cameras going. Over there on the bottom there is a button that allows you to switch camera views, and you can pick between 3 different camera views that we've got going on right now. We have the main camera, which is right now pointed at the cat. We have the Mevo, which is the one that I'm on talking to you from, and we have one on our drone, and Chris is going to take that and fly around. This is just an experiment. We're just seeing what we can do with YouTube Live because we're doing more and more on it. Nothing really particular going on this afternoon other than we've got an afternoon thunder showers and it's too hot to go walking. So that's what we're doing. So we got the drone out there. Chris is out there on the front deck. Chris waving to us from the front of the boat, from the drone cam. I wonder if I can make that public. Chris is going to make us motion sick if he wants his.
So how's it working? Can people actually hear me up on the drone cam?
I don't
know how audio works.
So a lot of people who are on mobile cannot figure out how to
Change cameras? Or are they just getting the cat cam? Or?
Yeah, they're all on cat cam.
Mm-hmm. So now it's the Shri cam.
Oh boy. I think the cat cam's more exciting personally.
And then here's the drone control cam.
So in the public view, I have this option on the light thing to switch which is the camera display.
Yeah.
But that doesn't seem to be defaulting which one we're making for people.
No, I think they have the same interface as that. They can choose between cameras like that. So maybe on the mobile YouTube, there's no way to change cameras.
Yeah, you would think that we'd be able to select the one that we want them to see.
Apparently not, actually. So they gotta do that. Here's the drone. Hi, drone. There's us looking at the drone. Edison and Ford Estates are just over there. Where the next one is. Condo building people who look down on us.
So where did the cat go? Did she film with a cat cam?
She's up inside, I think. Yeah. What is it? The Florida States are just over there.
Turn the speaker on this one.
I kind of like the view looking down. It's neat and pretty.
There you go. There's Cat Cam. She's patiently awaiting dinner. Yeah, it always looks like we're going to get some rain. It's pretty much the time of year. So as the event title says, this is just an experiment. Try to see what we can do with different camera angles, how this all works. This main camera view is Chris flying the drone. You can also switch over to the drone view
If you've got the interface to do it.
if you want to see what it looks like from the sky.
Flying back into a marina here.
And we are broadcasting this all over cellular data. What carrier are we on?
Everyone's on a different carrier.
So
The drone is on Sprint, actually. The Mevo, actually, and the other two, I believe, are on T-Mobile. Here we are. Here's why not? Pass right overhead.
See the drone. Bring the drone in closer so we can put it on the main camera too. There's our DVI Mavic Pro.
Very impressive piece of technology. This is our really zoom here.
Just like the cursive, it's like filming us and I'm filming it. I think it might mess with this space-time continuum if we do this for too long.
Everybody smile. You're going to be in the camera. I think my iPad battery, I forgot to charge it up before the broadcast started. Anything else anyone wants to see with the drone cam before we fly away? The battery life in this thing's pretty amazing. That's 15 more minutes.
On the drone, but not on the iPad.
Yeah, the iPad probably does not.
Here's the interface of the DVI Mavic. It's just an iPad that he's using, and it comes with this controller thingy. And he gets to see a live view with the camera on scene.
Yeah, but I also have goggles, and I can strap an iPhone to my face and see straight out of the drone camera, and it responds to head tilt. And those just cheap $20 goggles, and works out really well. Pretty impressive.
If anyone's missing the cat, I think she's kind of on Mevo cam right now, aren't you, Kiki? Why don't you go sit in the chair there and talk to people?
A little bit of wireless interference.
the drone back before it runs out of battery?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's right over here. Back over our heads again.
Interesting to see what this does in archive. Does it create 3 different... Oh, there's a fire over there. Why don't you fly over and see what's on fire?
That's a bit far, but you can show it to people on the camera. Camera up. I did not start this fire. Where is it? Over here. See it? Actually. I didn't know we did that.
Kiki. See the unique on the main camera. Just got. We'll have a video out soon showing how it all operates and why we made the decisions we did on that. Around in the main view, and it's up there in the sky. You're able to see the Miva camera. So I'm just looking at the living room. Probably the most interesting tablet or phone device. The app may not allow you to select between the different. I want to walk you around. Sure, I can see. Control an iPad running over Sprint, and that is what is broadcasting. There's the drone. Let's go eye to eye.
Optical avoidance alert is vibrating in my hand right now. That's called a hand catch there, which is the best way to catch it on a moving boat. As you see, it kind of panics. It's like, help, help, help! But so, that's the camera that's broadcasted today. I hadn't realized we don't control it.
If we're going to use it, I kind of want to be able to say, hey, now let's go look at the drone.
Yeah.
Now let's go, especially if those are apps can't view.
And a microphone, like we're out using the drone microphone comes from the iPad and controlling it. Interesting.
Yeah, well, now we know not to broadcast all 3 if we wanted to do a presentation.
Yes, indeed. It's a bit of a pain to set up, but it's definitely cool tech. And I have to say, I'm impressed that YouTube lets this will the archive actually be all. Okay. Want to just pop inside until the batteries die, or
Sure. Well, we can talk on the.
Ugh.
Yeah, don't trip.
Don't fall in. I should be able to. Let's see what happens if I turn off the drone cam. If the drone lost footage, lost signal.
Yes, you do hear water running. This because we live on the water.
Drone landed. Sit. We got the iPad down to 2%.
Woohoo!
Yeah, really maximize that battery. Oh, reminder, plug in to charge before live broadcasts.
That's always a good step.
Okay, Mevo cam still working?
Mevo is on, but this is the main one, which
Right.
everyone can see.
Everyone can see.
So.
Interesting. Okay. Seal in the air conditioner.
She's back to us.
Hey peoples.
All right.
Thank you for joining us for a little Sunday afternoon experiment. We were just wanting to geek out, and last time we tried a multicam thing, it failed, and we've been learning more about how YouTube works, and clearly we didn't know enough to even know that it would let you pick the camera angles and not us, but hey, cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, then we can choose how we want to do it. I don't think I would do that as a
Let's see.
presentation sort of thing.
Here. Primary stream. Current frame rate is too high. What? Okay. Fascinating. Interesting error messages in the log here. Your frame rate's too high and your frame rate's too low simultaneously with the primary camera. Okay.
All right, so we have turned off the drone camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it should be down to 2. We have Mevo going and main.
What happens if you try to select the drone camera now?
You get it might be delayed.
Wow, that's a long delay.
Interesting. Where's the Mevo at?
Hi.
Okay, no, it's crunching on.
Okay, sorry, I'm hot. It's very hot and muggy out here in Florida. I wonder how bad far behind the tape delay is here on these various. Oh, it's interesting. They might not be in sync with each other, which would make it for even
more
odder,
awkward.
more awkward to switch back and forth between cameras.
Yeah, it does seem the drone one is a little bit more behind than the others.
They had to drop the little bits down by parachute, and, or is it just repeating the last little bit? Because that's back to
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Interesting. Cool, guys.
Okay. Keep rebuffering is the last 2 minutes of the drone.
Yep,
Okay.
yeah. So.
Oh, and yeah, volume's low because the microphone's
No, it's going the
facing
wrong way.
the opposite direction. Okay, yes. See, we've got this little fuzzy dead cat muff mic, and it can mount either direction
It's
on
directional
the stand.
though, so it was going the wrong way.
Yes. So it was facing in cameraman mode as opposed to selfie mode. So this should improve the audio. Thank you, Hot Rod, for letting us know that. And yes, maybe someday we'll have a sound mixing board or something else. But we'd like to keep it simple. Says the people who are experimenting with 3-camera live streams from drones. But we'd like to keep it relatively simple.
I think you just made it not simple.
Relatively simple. Without things we can do ourselves without involving a sound and light and camera guy, unless somebody wants to come live with us and do that job. So we'll take applications.
Be extraordinarily cool person to.
Yeah, and they also cook and clean and take care of our cat too. So we will be accepting applications. Send pictures and resumes and.
All right, guys. If you've got questions, we'll be happy to hang out and chat a little bit. Otherwise, this was just a playtime.
Yes.
So.
Quick experiment. It's a lot easier to do non-events and non-multi-camera things, and then all of those I could just press a button and go live. But they can't schedule them.
You took a good 30 minutes trying to get that set up to do those 3 cameras at once. That's a lot.
Well, yeah,
of effort.
that was also the first time figuring it out. But yes, because you have to cut and paste this very long special URL and get it entered into each camera, and then get them tweaked and going, and it's it is a little tricky.
I agree, Joe. People who give thumbs down are just, I don't understand the mentality of, if you don't like something, just click on to something else. Why? I don't even know why YouTube has a thumbs down option. It's just, and I swear, we have a group of people who make it their mission for every video we post. They just thumbs down. Like,
You think it's their mission?
I don't know. There's always someone.
Yeah,
always someone.
I think actually some people, because they think it's training YouTube, and it is. And I wish there was a separate interface of, hi YouTube, I'm trying to train your recommendation engines of I want to see less of this thing or more of this thing. But that doesn't mean I'm giving feedback to the person who created it. I'm just trying to train YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're trying to double up both functions onto the same thing. And that's not necessarily a good thing.
How safe is it to catch a drone in flight?
I've only got these fingers here. So most of them are still.
I think it was much more. I think you lost more knuckles changing out the sump pump than you did on the drone.
Yeah. The catching a Mavic in flight is pretty easy, and I guess a lot of the other DJI drones actually have handles on the bottom, the bigger ones. But yeah, because it's such a stable hover that it will hold in one place, and then you can come up underneath it. And actually, what's kind of different this time is in the past when I've come up underneath it, it will bounce up. You'll have to actually compensate with the control stick because it's trying to avoid the ground. It thinks it's crashing. But here, today it didn't. It was really easy to grab. There are other things you can do to land it in your hand. Actually, the DJI Spark, that is how you control it. Is the Spark is even smaller drone. You put your hand out like this, it detects your hand, comes up, hovers, and will land in your palm automatically. It's Jedi mind control, gesture control mode. But I think the Mavic strikes a pretty awesome. It's not quite as small as the Spark, but has a lot more features and better quality and stuff.
We're having fun with it. We took a lot of video footage on our RV trip back in May, and then we found out state parks don't allow drones, so we can't use any, but we got some amazing footage. And no, we didn't get some amazing footage. No amazing footage, but yeah, we'll be before we take off here next. So there's some questions about how far have we gotten in our journey.
44 miles.
Well, okay. Well, you got to step back. Which journey? We've been on the road full time as nomads for over 11 years now. So we're about 90,000 miles by RV, 44 miles by boat. We've been to the Virgin Islands. We've done multiple cruises. We've probably got about 10,000 miles by train. So really depends. What do you?
You probably shut down the Mevo when you closed that.
Oh, is that the Mevo one?
Yeah, that was broadcasting the Mevo. So we're back to just the main camera.
Oh yeah, that's probably easier anyway.
Okay, Mevo going offline.
So this depends on the journey, but for us, it's not just individual adventures; it's the whole journey of life. So
yes, but as far as the Great Loop, our current adventure, we are gearing up to depart from Fort Myers, which has been, I guess, our second major stop.
We've been here it'll be 3 months when we leave,
yes. And we'll be heading towards Naples soon.
Yeah, so we have decided we are heading down to the Keys, so we'll probably be spending most of August getting there and or exploring around. We had considered going across the Okeechobee Waterway, which is the other route that's officially on the loop from here. And we said the Keys would be more fun. So and now we have the dinghy set up so we can do more anchoring out as long as the heat doesn't kill us. So it'll be fun, I think. Yes. It'll be an adventure. It'll be, I think, a lot more challenging to do the Keys route than it would. Although Okeechobee has a lot of low shallow points.
They're both interesting in their own ways.
Yep.
If we go down to the Everglades, we'll have time without cell signal.
Oh goodness, that's gonna be scary. But yeah, we did. Once we made the decision that what are you doing?
I'm just bringing it a little bit closer to us.
I don't want it that close.
Okay, fine.
We did once we decided to do the Keys, because it'll be 5 or 6 years before we're back around this way doing the loop. Is we did go up Lake Okeechobee waterway, the waterway anyway. We went and did our first lock, so just get some practice, because we probably won't see locks again until we get up to the Erie Canal, right?
No, there's potentially locks, some small locks when you go through, like if we get to do the Great Dismal Swamp and stuff. There's a lock there. We've actually RV'd past one of the locks there at the Great Dismal Swamp. And
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't intentionally shut the Mevo down. I just had this iPad sitting here on my desk, and I thought it was just burning bandwidth showing us what we were. So he didn't tell me what he had set up and how it was all coming together.
It was an
I was
experiment.
like, oh, we don't need that anymore. So, but that's right. We'll go down to one camera.
Yeah. I wonder if there's people stuck in a 2-second loop or something
Yeah.
on the other ones, but I'm kind of curious to see how the archive comes out of this.
Yeah, this is all experiment. Alrighty.
Oh, Roy and Betty seem to be doing some interesting video production. Cool. Okay. And, well, yeah, so Tom, you found the camera option, but we're down to one camera now, so we're missing out on the 3 cameras that we started with. And the Mavic headgear, you're crossing. The Mavic is this. The Mavic
Is the drone.
Yeah, we got the Mavic as the drone, and the headgear that I'm using is Mavic. The DJI has their own fancy headgear now. That's like $400. That is HD video with little, full-on projection straight from the drone to your eyes. What I've got is, I can even show it off.
Yeah.
No, why not? It's $20.
Yeah, it's basically holds an iPhone.
It's a Google cardboard.
Try to kill some of the backlight.
This is the poor man's VR headset. It's just a little cradle. You set your phone in here, and then it goes on your face, and it's got lenses inside, so it splits the view into a little 3D view or 3D approximate view. But the iPhone in here has got head tilting, so you'll see the drone responds to your head tilt, which is pretty cool, and you've got like a view right in your face, which is really cool. Not nearly as fancy as the real dedicated headsets, but $20 instead of $400.
Let's see. What books did you use to research the Great Loop? I honestly didn't. No books, all online. And we went to a couple in-person seminars too on it. But yeah, books are kind of antiquated. I don't.
We've got one book over there
Well, yeah,
that they gave away free at a Looper seminar, and I enjoyed reading that. But yeah.
Really, I don't read books. I find books boring. So much content online these days.
Yes.
Why don't we have the AC on? It is on, Claire. Thankfully, in our boat, it's a lot quieter than in an RV, and we just came in from outside, so he's
that's
still.
why I'm still tripping. Sweating outside.
The fuzzy mic is attached to the iPhone. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And cool. Well, I guess that's kind of it. I don't know if there's
Nothing else. We just wanted to play with the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, impromptu departure date from here for doing the next segment of our Great Loop will be, we're aiming for, I think, August 3rd. We have some family stuff up in between now and then that we need to attend to. But we're ready and rearing to go. We got our rest time that we needed. The travel burnout's been taken care of.
We got the dinghy set up and the davits working, which has been awesome. We were just filming video of how the davits work earlier today, so we'll be getting a video out on our dinghy and our davit setup. But that was a big project here in Fort Myers.
Yes, that was huge. If we didn't do that, then we definitely would be doing the Okeechobee Waterway because Keys would be a lot less fun without a dinghy.
Yes.
Well, so we here.
Yeah, so we here. But Fort Jefferson is that's down on the Dry Tortugas. Is that where Fort Jefferson is?
I think so. Yeah.
That may be too far for us this time around. We're not going to think about it till we're down there and get more miles under our boat.
We'll see how it feels. We've not done anything resembling open water. Port Charlotte Harbor's been as close to open water as
we
we've
went
done.
out a mile into the Gulf and turned around just to say we did it.
So we'll see how we do. You remember, we're still extreme boat newbies. So we're going to be taking it gentle and easy and, pushing ourselves, but not pushing ourselves. Let's see. How do I donate? Oh, well, thank you. We do have a Leave a Tip button on the bottom right-hand corner of every page of technomadia.com, our blog site. And we always appreciate people leaving a donation or a tip. We don't do this for income generation. We just do our video sharing for fun. So we always appreciate when someone shares back, too.
Makes us happy.
Makes us very happy. Keeps us inspired to keep coming back and treats us to, a nice dinner out on the town or something.
Dwayne asks what mic we're using with the iPhone. It's a Rode, and I forget exactly.
I've got it on our RV gear page.
Yeah, it's the small Rode fuzzy mic thing.
If you go to technicalities.com, I've got a gear
it's-
button, and RV gear and RV and boat. You'll find it.
Mounts
underneath
into
it.
a little hot shoe mic mount. It's kind of this near bottom of the lineup, but yeah, figure we could spend $90 on a microphone as opposed to $400 or $500 like some people do.
Yeah, like I said, we're trying to keep it simple.
Yes.
Minus the 3 camera views from a drone.
Yeah, that's just for fun.
Status of the top roof.
The Bimini.
Still there, hasn't blown off yet.
Yeah, we had another big storm and it was bouncing around. We would love to find an amazing Bimini shop in Florida that wants to help us do our solar Bimini, but that's not super high priority. We're actually enjoying being caught up on the projects that must be tackled at the moment.
And it's summertime, so even with the solar, it wouldn't keep up with air conditioning, and so we'd be running generator anyway if we do any anchoring. And you know, when it's this hot and humid out, I'd much rather be tied up with 50 amps and in walking distance to things. So we'll see how the Keys go, how long we end up staying down there between anchoring, weather, and all that sort of stuff. But the end goal is to get to the east coast of Florida, kind of to the Fort Lauderdale, Fort Pierce area, the kind of that coast range, because there's a lot more marine services over that way. And hopefully we can find a Bimini shop and maybe someone to work with the lithium batteries and some of the other projects that were in the. We just, if you haven't caught the last produced video that we put up was our 4-month boat list. Project list.
Yes, and then they've got a big, long, much more detailed blog post at technicalities.com that goes along with it about the projects that we've got on our radar. So definitely check those out. And if you've got ideas and leads, we appreciate them always.
Yes. The ACs are very quiet in boats. We really are appreciating that. The week we did in the bus back in May and having to run the air conditioner just reminded us how much we do. I think we're making the right choice to boat in the summertime
At the moment, yes.
instead of RVing, because to escape the heat in an RV these days, you pretty much have to go elevation. I mean, even going up to Alaska, you're dealing with the heat.
Yeah, actually, where can you go right now to escape the heat?
Oh,
Up in the Rockies, perhaps.
Yeah, we have a lot of friends that have escaped into either the northwest coast, Maine coast, or elevation, and it's getting harder and harder. And we're actually having a pretty mild summer here in Fort Myers. It's like the high today I think is only 88, so. We're not complaining that much, especially with all our friends who are in family roasting in other places across the country.
And one thing that's nice about this space, our boat, we got more interior space in our boat, so we feel less cooped up, even on the hot days where we don't want to step outside.
Or the rainy days.
Or the rainy days.
Because we're getting lots of.
Yeah. So we've got more space to spread out inside, which has been very nice. Kiki is wanting to show off on camera, I think.
Would everyone like to see Kiki eat her dinner?
She's learned how to do high five. That's her new trick.
Okay. Well, in this video, we're going to let you guys in on Kiki's dinner time routine.
She's
Every day, so she has a robot that feeds her overnight, but at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, she gets
Let me in reverse.
her wet food. Yeah, you going to show off? Okay.
And you can see now this cat is so trained. She gets so excited.
You're lucky that there's one food left.
Uh-oh, we're almost out.
One food.
You can't donate to us a cat treats, cat food. Those are always. Look at that. We like the pouches. So much less trash.
Less trash to deal with.
That looks so good.
This is the Natural Balance Indoor Formula for those that are curious what we choose for Kiki.
So you get one of these a day and then dry food from her robot. Show you the robot up here. There's her robot. That